This is Generation Stadia, giving you that daily dose of everything and anything Stadia related, and today we have some pretty big news to cover. In the latest Stadia community blog post, we actually got quite a few updates to the Stadia feature set. So let's not hesitate and dive right in, beginning with the fact that Stadia now has full support for Oneplus devices. So if you own a Oneplus 5, 5T, 6, 6T, 7, 7 Pro, 7 Pro 5G, 7T, 7T Pro, 7T Pro 5G, you're covered. This is in addition to the Oneplus 8 and 8 Pro that were fully supported not so long ago. But more importantly, the support for Android phones doesn't stop there. You may remember from a very recent video that Google is working on an experimental feature to allow other Android phones that aren't officially supported access Stadia. Well, I'm happy to say that it's finally here. Now, it is important to note that while it will work on most Android phones, there may still be issues here and there. After all, Google has labeled this as experimental. That said, if you want to try it out, go to the Stadia app and navigate to the Experiments tab in your settings menu. From there, select Play on this device and you'll be ready to go. This is going to allow Stadia to run on so many more devices, and I'm really happy to see it become a thing. More importantly though, this is the start of Google starting out with experimental features, and they state there will be more that you can opt into in the future. This is super exciting and I can't wait to see what type of stuff they try out. But now let's move on to the next feature, and it's another big one. We're talking mobile touch controls. Google is saying that the first version of their mobile touch controls is now available to try today. This is a feature that they plan on refining as time goes on, but right now you can try out the touch gamepad on any game on Stadia. I personally can't wait to test this out myself, as I'm super excited to see what it feels like to play certain games through touchscreen. While I don't see it ever replacing a gamepad for me, it'll be nice to be able to play any game on Stadia even if I'm not carrying a controller with me. I also think quite a few indie games will actually do fairly well through touch controls, like the Steam World series. Do let me know if you're interested in touch controls for your Stadia experience, and if so, what game are you going to try out first with them? But now let's move on to the next big feature, and this is the ability to control the resolution your device is playing on, no matter what device you're using. This means you no longer have to access the Stadia app to change your resolution, and it doesn't apply to every single device you play on. Each device can now be controlled manually, and I have to say this is a super welcome addition. I know many users out there have been asking for this feature, and it's great to see it finally here, because anything that gives the user more control over the stream, the better. And for those wondering how to do this, it'll be as simple as opening up the Stadia menu, selecting Options, and then Performance. From there, you select the maximum resolution you want it to run on, and it'll also give you a rough estimate of how much data it'll use per hour. That covers all the newest features that they're adding to Stadia today, but in typical fashion, I also need to stress the fact that these features will be rolled out. So if you're not seeing the touchscreen or the resolution options immediately right now, don't worry, they will be there soon. And while that is all the features that are being added, there is one more thing to talk about that they gave to Stadia Pro members. If you happen to be a subscriber to Stadia Pro or plan on subscribing, you will be given $10 off your next purchase. So if you've been eyeing a game like Octopath Traveler, maybe this will be enough to push you over the edge to pick it up. I have to say, it's pretty nice of Google to give us an additional $10 off of a game of our choice, especially when they just dropped such a big Stadia Pro lineup. Also, don't worry, if you're not interested in a game that's available right now, this coupon doesn't expire until December 31st. Yes, that means even if your purchase is a ways away, like the Avengers, Cyberpunk 2077, or Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the coupon will still be active. I also need to point out that there are a few terms and conditions when using this coupon, and I'll be linking them in the description below for you. Anyhow, that covers everything from the newest Stadia blog post, so let me know what you think of all these updates and what you'll be using your $10 coupon on. Now, if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button, as it really does help the channel out, and if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. Today's end of video message is just gonna be a quick thank you to all of you who stick around for these end of video messages. I know they're kinda more of a personal touch on my videos, but I do enjoy doing them. And yes, don't worry, I do read your responses to these in the comment section below. I definitely know some of you actually stick around quite often, and I just wanted to give you a personal thank you. This has been Generation Stadia, giving you that daily dose of everything and anything Stadia related. The Gen S community is over 4,200 strong and growing by the day, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.